Hey everyone, welcome back. All right, y'all, let's dive into the messages, see what Spirit has for the collective. And Holy Spirit, I need to light an incense. It went out on me, but give me 1 second, y'all. I'm not even gonna try to pause or restart or anything like that. I don't want to disrupt the energies, but I cannot go without this. This is always here with me, and I will feel differently without it because I need that air element. All right, here we are. Thank you, guys. I hope everyone's doing well. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, what do you have for the collective? Thank you for your likes, your patience, your shares, your comments. I enjoy reading all about what it is that you all have to share when things resonate. Yeah. All right, here we go. I heard it's absolutely time. So that was in the pre-meditation before the cards came out. So let's see. Spirit, where are we going with this energy? Please and thank you. Ooh. You might be nervous about something or doing something or the absolutely time. Maybe there's something that is pending. It's on the horizon. It's an occasion, maybe a special occasion. But yeah, just breathe, y'all. Breathe. I could feel it building up in my chest into my throat. So it's absolutely time. But you know what, when I received the message around that energy, it just felt like if there's something that you know that you're called to do, it's absolutely time. But then I felt another slip of energy in here, especially with my throat chakra. It just seemed like things were becoming compressed in my chest and throat. I'm like, oh, okay, well, maybe it's like, I don't want to give the wrong person the battery, right? Like if you know you're not supposed to go towards someone with anything, don't do it. This message of it's absolutely time is not for you. If you consider yourself a karmic or you are on the outs with somebody and they don't want anything to do with you. Yeah, let me until my deck's upside down. All right, Spirit, what do you have for the collective? But let's see what the message is and we'll be able to go from there. So absolutely time could mean so many things in so many different ways. Maybe if you need to make things right, that doesn't mean harass them, but just make it right. That's all. That's all you gotta do. Just make it right. It's absolutely time. All right. And that might be for your benefit because the 8 of Cups is here at the bottom of the deck. So this is the overall energy for this reading that we have yet to get into. But this 8, okay, so it's absolutely time. The 8 of Cups means walking away from emotion. So, this, again, walking away could mean in order for you to be completed, and I'm talking to now the person who I was not wanting to encourage with the it's absolutely time by way of you still pressing someone when you know they don't want to be pressed. Yeah, I'm not talking to you in that regard, but absolutely time for you to walk away from these emotions possibly that are tying you to a situation. And that can go either way. This applies to any and everyone. Everyone has some sort of thing that, that they need to let go, like you're still processing something. So maybe that was that anxiety that I started to have that was building up in my chest and my throat. Like this has to do with how this is making you feel. Like if it's pointing toward a family member, if it's pointing toward an individual, a coworker, a parent, somebody is you need to let go and walk away from the emotions that are tying you down and just kind of just holding you there for what? Like why ask yourself, like, why am I in this situation or in this state of this emotional, this would be despair, because if you have to walk away, it means that it's not pleasant, it's not serving you. So you have to ask yourself now, who does this apply to and what? Because that's what this is. But I like that it's in the upright because that means you're going to be able to do it. All right. Y'all, I got some pretty positive cards here that we're about to get into. So I just feel like this is just going to kind of the jump off, to kick things off, right? So the Three of Cups has to do with celebration, like fun times, people celebrating you, you celebrating them. It's just the night, you know, the time is right. Like it's absolutely time. That was a channeled message. So it's time for you to get back into this place of celebration, because I feel like that's probably not been, you know, something that's just kind of made itself readily available to you. Like, oh yeah, let's go celebrate. Like that's not been, you know, on any particular itinerary here in the past maybe couple of years. There haven't been any occasions to want to celebrate, or maybe just emotionally just not being in a place to like, yeah, I don't really feel like it, you know. Even if there were occasions to celebrate, you probably still were like, I don't really want to go, or no, I'm gonna take a nap instead. So this is letting you know that it's a time to celebrate. It's absolutely time. All right, so behind this Three of Cups energy, let's get into this grouping of cards here. So we're gonna do storybook style, because anytime they plop out like this all at once in a stack, I just kind of run through them. All right, so the Six of Pentacles is here. So this just means, excuse me. Let me slow down, y'all. Golly, let me take a sip of water. Whoa. It's like the bow is going to break or something. Like all of this stuff's going to start flooding in, right? But don't choke, you know, just allow it to happen. Ah. All right. So the Six of Pentacles is here. So to me, this just means it's time for evenly distribution, but not only that, now it comes with interest because you've been slighted for so long. When it comes to you having, if we looked at just the bare minimum, like nice things, material things, like that's, you know, the 3D-isms of the Pentacles, but you know, it's anything that is anything of value to you. You're finally getting, you know, what's owed to you. So that energy I said with the bow breaking, like it's gonna come flooding in, and there's no way to stop it, and there's no need to stop it. It's like it's here for you, Three of Cups. It's time to actually, you know, take on that you deserve these things, and you've been slighted for so long. So yeah, pay me extra. Yeah. All right, so behind that is the Chariot. So full steam ahead is what I'm hearing. Don't worry about, you know, where it's coming from and where it's going. Like, just be in a place to receive it is what I'm feeling with this Chariot energy. Like, this is divinely guided energy as well for me. It's, well, how I feel as a reader. Because not only do you have, you know, your wheels on your vehicle, I mean, you know, this, I feel like this would be kind of up to date in these times. If I were looking at like Roman Empire energy, like everybody else is on foot, you have a whole chariot here. And you're armored up, you're suited up, you're ready for battle, for whatever comes your way, you're suited. And then not only that, you have the balance of the black and white Sphinx here leading your way. Like that's your navigation. Like they're like, we got it, boss. Don't worry about it. You know, you just stay in command. You stay as the driver. You stay as the head. But, you know, honestly, there is no driver here. If you think about it with the Chariot, there are no steering mechanisms here. Like there's nothing in front of, like, there wouldn't be a horse there, a donkey, and a stirrup or anything to try to have something navigating you. It's like, you know, the Sphinx are like, we got you. Like, sit back and chill. You all right? That's a Chariot energy, and it's going toward all of this stuff. Now we have the Justice card in the reverse. So I feel like it's just far time for you again to get these things that are coming toward you. And let's not forget this Eight of Cups energy that's walking away from emotions here. It's like it's absolutely time energy. Now the Justice reverse, let me see what's going on with this, because, you know, we're on a roll here with the goodness, right? And then we run into the Justice reverse. So let me take a pause, because it's right after this Chariot, like this full steam ahead Chariot energy. So, you know, I'm thinking like the conflict behind not walking away. Maybe Justice reverse, or maybe this was the energy behind you never receiving your just due. Like you didn't fight anybody for it. You just say, oh, that's mine, give me, or I'm gonna take you to court, or I'm gonna sick my ancestors on you. Like you just chilled and you were like, okay, well, this is what it is, you know? So it's like you process things And you just said, you know, well, it is what it is. I know that they're going to have to pay for that. Whoever kept things from you by way of pentacles, or what you felt was value, and then taking you out of that energy of you didn't feel like going out, there's nothing to celebrate. Even if there were things to celebrate, you still didn't feel like it because of the emotional damage here with this Eight of Cups that's being walked away from. Let me see what's behind the Justice reverse. All right, Judgment. Here we go. So yeah, again, you didn't try to fight them in court about anything. You just kind of let things have its way because you knew how this was going to play out anyway. I mean, this wasn't your first rodeo. So, you know, as long as you had a roof over your head, food on the table, everyone's safe and protected, then you were fine. You were like, you can keep whatever it is that you took from me. Like, I'll be fine. Like, they made it their mission to try to take everything into their own hands here with the Justice card reverse. But now guess who's under judgment here? And the fact that they're under judgment is tying them up. It's tying them real close. Like their freedom, they don't have the freedom that they thought that they used to have. You know, they were able to call all kinds of shots against you, but now they're under judgment. So they're maybe thinking this isn't fair. Why do they, talking about you, collective, why do they get to move along and, you know, I can't move, like I'm stuck here wherever they are, but they wanted you stuck. So now they're stuck. That's how that works. I mean, you knew this. You knew this, collective. You're part of my collective. You already knew this. All right, what's behind the Judgment? Oh, look who we have, the King of Pentacles reverse. So yeah, this is definitely one who tried to even stop your Pentacles by way of them saying, no, gimme, gimme, gimme. She doesn't need it. Gimme, it's mine. But, you know, now it's being balanced with the Six of Pentacles, but it's putting them, everything they try to do is being done to them. So when they wanted to see you in poverty and see you, you know, with nothing, that guess where they are now. But the crazy part about it is they made the Pentacles their God. And now without the Pentacles, they have no God. You know, even though it was ego-based, like they don't even have the Pentacles to depend on that gave them, you know, their identity. So now they really don't know who they are. So that was that stuck energy with Justice. Like they've been stripped from all kind of liberties that they had. They had a lot of liberty when it came to how they were operating. But they thought that, you know, they were good because it was an abundance of that. But it was like on the wrong side, the left-hand side of things, you know, like using their powers for bad. You use your powers for good, right? At least that's my motto. Like, I know I'm blessed, but I don't do other people dirty. You know what I mean? This person did other people dirty. So I'm being led to just acknowledge a Queen of Pentacles energy because we have the King of Pentacles. So this would have been your counterpart. This is someone who matched your skill. They matched your ability. They might have operated a different way, or maybe, you know, with the skills, they had skills that were like on the same kind of level as yours. You might have worked with, you know, tools. They may have worked with, you know, their brain, their head, their hands, or used other people, put them in place to make things happen. But the energy matched. But that was the key difference. You were able to work independently. They needed a team. So funny that that came out that way, right? So, but they have nothing now. No team, no identity, no pentacles, no freedom. Look, okay, so Eight of Swords is in the reverse right behind that. So, you know, they could be locked up right now. I'm feeling bondage from this card, even though it's in the reverse. The reverse meaning would mean that, you know, they're able to free themselves mentally because the swords represent thoughts. So now they are aware that they can get themselves out of this position. Okay, but y'all, let me get a clarifier. Let me get a clarifier because I'm having two different, it's like the same King of Pentacles, but two different paths. One may not be able to free themselves, and one is possibly on the verge of freeing themselves or realizing that they need to free themselves with this Eight of Cups, walking away from emotions and the ties and whatever this is. So possibly this is connected to why that Justice card is in the reverse as well. But let me see. Let's grab clarifiers. Spirit, can you clarify the King of Pentacles reverse, Eight of Swords reverse, Justice reverse? Okay, there's a card that flipped out here. It just kind of flicked itself out. So let's see what it is. It landed like this. So we have coffin. So that's a complete done deal ending, right? 1 and 9 is 10. I'm pausing because I didn't mention what what was laid upon my heart, my mind, my third eye, like my inner, all of that. When I first saw this Eight of Swords, I saw the ground, like something going in the ground is what I saw. I didn't mention it because I'm like, yeah. So I opted for jail. Because, jail is cold. It's, I'm thinking like this basement-y sort of jail. If it were like an underground jail, that's kind of where I was going with that. But it just seemed like it was like down, like motion down in the ground, dirt. So that would be a sentencing. Like that would be a sentence. The coffin card would be a sentence. Let me see what this other card is here that's connected to this Eight of Swords reverse. All right. All right, so we have the Eight of Pentacles reverse. So, This is giving me there's nothing else to live for here. Y'all, the mood changed real quick. Because I know when I saw the Eight, because I'm being drawn back to when that Eight of Swords, when I laid eyes on it, it was like, oh, okay, and then it dropped. Like the whole mood energy dropped after that. So the eight, I'm not trying to be dramatic, y'all. I'm just trying to get through these feelings and these energies and, be sensitive to them. Because I don't want to just throw stuff at you, You're getting it how I'm receiving it. All right, so I can say that the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse would be like a lack of passion, a lack of means, a lack of know-how to get the means or to make the money, if we looked at it that way, or things that were valued are not valued in that way anymore. But that's what drove them to want to wake up every day and go get it, But in the reverse, it's no drive, no motivation, no passion. Like, what's it worth? Why am I here? All right, y'all. So this person has to watch you go full steam ahead with this Chariot energy with the Six of Pentacles and Three of Cups here. That's the judgment. That's the judgment here. And justice is just them going against it. Like, why? Why are they able to move forward? Because you walked away. But that was that God divine energy that was able to get you to realize that you got to walk away. Like, there's no point in fighting this. And they should get the same message, but in fact, they're refusing it with a Justice card reverse. But they're under judgment. but they're not willing to say, okay, God, you're right. You know, I was a terrible person to them. So yeah, they should get to walk away freely and enjoy, you know, the fruits of their labors and, you know, have fun and celebrate and enjoy life with the Chariot. Stay focused, keep going forward. But no, this is the one outside the courtroom waiting for you to come out so they could spit in your face. That's this King of Pentacles reverse. So with the gel energy that I was picking up here with this Eight of Swords, even though it's in the reverse, but it still feels like there's just some confinement here. You know, this is them not willing to move along, but they're fighting it to the very end. You see this, the Coffin card, they're fighting it to the very end. It's like they're not trying to get on board with the idea that you're free to move along, you collective. But if they have it their way, they're like, no, but they can't go without me. Judgment. We need to be a unit here. Like, why can't we all be, you know, held accountable? I wasn't the only one in this situation. Like, they're wanting to, like, throw you under the bus for what? Like, what did you do? You didn't do anything. I'm hearing, but be a loving mother. That's the only thing you did. Be a loving mother. So however that resonates, like if you had to do what you had to do in order to be a loving mother, you did it. They may not have liked it, but you did what you had to do. Empress, talking to you, Divine Feminine. This would be Empress status because, you know, you're free and clear, but this one is they got their final sentence here by way of the ending, the coffin, and they're still trying to fight God on that determination. They're trying to fight the judge. Like, who does that? Like, how you gonna holler at the judge after the ruling? That's this person. Not willing to accept that judgment by way of this Justice card reverse. That's who that is. All right, let's see what else is here, y'all. So over here to the side, hopefully y'all can see these. We have the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands reverse. Wow. So we're going from the 9 to the 10. The only thing is the 9 is in reverse. So you know what this is? This is... you know what? It could be somebody pausing, like to say, you know, I'm just going to chill here and wait because I'm on my way to the 10. I'm going to get my 10. But while they're at the 9, they're just looking, observing. Some call it the Stalker card. I kind of look at, you know, if I pick up that energy, I'll let you know. But this one right here just feels like they want to permanently reside in some sort of Stalker energy. Wow. And then always try to attempt to get to this 10 because the 10 for them is the ending, but in their mind, the 10 means they get to keep going, like to the completion of all of their actions have been carried through successfully. But this Stalker energy, right, is now an obsession. The only thing is you are not maybe privy to how serious this is in regards to them waiting around, because this is not, I'm going to give up, because it's the 10 of Wands is here. This is not that. This is like, I'm going to camp out here. I don't care how long I got to stay here, because the 9 in the upright, it would give me temporary vibes, but this is permanent. This is like, I'm here to stay is what they're feeling. That's how they're rationalizing this, because they're not willing to accept this gavel coming down. They're totally against it. So whatever actions they can make to try to, maybe this is physical, physically be around you, to watch you, to keep an eye on you, to make sure you don't leave without them. Oh, okay. I do not fearmonger here because I empower you all. I don't have fear, so I don't want you to have fear. Whatever's meant to be is going to be anyway. You can't do anything about it. Of course, you can protect yourself. But at the same time, if you are divine, you're automatically protected. Your hands off. So there's no need to worry and have fear to begin with. So depending where you are in your journey, just know if this person had a chance to relocate to get near you, this is like somebody who would come and try to live in the same apartment building as you. Like that's sick in the head. Like, we're talking about their mental stability at this point. Just to watch you. Oh, man. So I'm not putting fear into anyone. I'm just giving you a heads up. That's what I'm doing. We all have free will. Right? And balance is required on all fronts. Balance will be maintained here. Oh, man. But this person absolutely is not wanting to physically let you get away from them. I would like to think that that would be in a loving nature, but I don't see the 10 of Cups out here. I see 10 of Wands. Wands are actions. This is what can they do to stay close, to obsess over you. So somebody, yeah. So, you know, if they're at the end and they know it, like they're fully aware that time is up, judgment is here, however that relates to them, you know, they got to pay the piper, whatever that is, upcoming jail date, I don't know, but it's a for sure ending. So the fact that they know that is what's intensifying this obsession. I heard the last place on earth. So if this had an energy, because if I'm talking about a place, that means territory, like going somewhere, the last place on earth. So that would be the last place that they would travel, which if they had to choose, it's going to be with you. It's going to be where you reside. But, you know, I'm also getting now that, you know, we're aware that they know that there's an ending in their life happening. I lost my train of thought, y'all. Golly. Y'all give me a moment. Give me a moment here. It just, whoop, just like that. I was about to say something very, very pivotal, crucial, and it left me. Excuse me for that. Sorry, y'all. Oh, well, Spirit, please remind me of that ending, because they know it's an ending, and the fact that you know that they know. Oh, yes, here it is. If they're aware that it's an ending, you know, they want to make sure that they're being able to have that communicated to you some type of way. So with that whole last place on earth, it's like requesting your last meal, because you're about to get electrocuted in a few hours, right? So I guess what would be like paradise to them, or their last whatever this is, they know it to be with you. So of course they want to come be near you. It's like a desire. I don't feel loving energy still. I don't feel love. Like, this just has to do with if I'm getting ready to go out, I want to go out here. I want this to be my final resting place. That's what I'm getting, y'all. Like, I want to be able to enjoy this, enjoy that. But it all has to do with what's going to provide them some peace, or their sense of healing, whatever that is, whatever is going to put them in a calm state, because they know what they're up against. So whatever can keep them free of mind from the impending charges by way of what they're not wanting to accept with this Justice card reverse, and Judgment is here. Whatever that is, their final resting place, let me just leave it at that. Final resting place. Just leave it there. See this? I said a permanent pause, like permanent. This isn't temporary, permanent. And then to the completion, 10 of Wands, the end, coffin card, ending. But that's what judgment brings. So they're aware. They know what's going on. All right, y'all. So we got a last little bit of cards here. So I have the Six of Swords reversed. I have the Ace of Pentacles. Six of Wands, Temperance. So I mentioned balance earlier because, you know, that's indicated here. You have the balance scale here in the Six of Pentacles, and then we had Justice. You have to have balance. It's necessary. That's what this person's not getting. They can't take, and then not expect for that to have to come back. But that's that Six of Pentacles energy. You're getting that back plus interest with this Ace of Pentacles here. Are they aware of that? Yeah, they're the King of Pentacles. Of course they're aware that this Ace of Pentacles is coming for you. Or it's been set aside for you. And the Six of Swords reversed, they can't go. They can't go. They know this. They can't go. Because balance is here with the Temperance, you get the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is that celebration. There's still more work to do, but at least you get to pause and say, dang, I made it. I made it past that terrible hump. Let me just make my way to the 10 now, is what the Six of Wands is. But while I'm here, let me stop and pause and celebrate myself. But you got people wanting to celebrate you around you. Like they're holding this in your honor because they realize what you've been through. They know now. They may not have believed it before. Or, you know, maybe you look like the antagonist in the story, right? Because they made themselves the protagonist, this King of Pentacles, you know. They showed up as, oh, here's the boss man, you know. They had this big facade around them, that they were well put together. They kept money on them. But now that that's gone, the scales are balancing. You know, the scales are tipping, really. Because they took a whole lot. But now you get the bow breaks. I said that earlier. That stuff's going to start flooding in like crazy. You see this with the Six of Wands. Balance is here. It's going to flood like crazy, y'all. Get ready. Get ready. All right, y'all. I hope this helps.